Alright, thanks for joining, guys. We will go over how to use the conditional formatting tool in Excel. And I have 4 examples here to show you. The first example we'll go over first, and this one is the more, I guess, difficult one. So if we can get this, we can easily get the remaining 3 here. So what we want to do in this example is we want to highlight the calls that are greater than or equal to the target, green. Anything that is 90% within the target, if the calls are 90% within the target, we want that to be highlighted yellow. And then if the calls are less than 90% of the target, we want that to be highlighted red. Alright, so the formulas are already in place in this example above, but let's make this blank table below contain these formulas. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to highlight these cells that we want to conditional format. We're going to go up here to conditional formatting, select new rule. We're going to select use a formula to determine which cells to format. And then in this case, we're going to click calls. So we want the calls to be they are less than, we'll do red first, okay, so if they are less than the target times 0.9, we want those to be red. But before we format, we want to get rid of the money sign before the row, because we do not want to lock the row in there. Okay? And then we're going to go format, red, OK, click OK, and notice below how the conditional format is starting to take place here. So now to get the other two, the yellow and green, we're going to go back up here. We're going to go to a new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format. OK, same thing here, but we're going to do the green portion. So select cell B24, calls greater than or equal to the target. So if it's greater than or equal to the target, we want that to be green. Okay. But before, again, we go to format, let's make sure we take off the money signs there before the numbers. Format, green. Okay, okay, let's make sure it worked. It is, it's working great. And now the last one here, new rule, use a formula to determine which cells to format. Okay, so for yellow, I want to do, so B24 is less than the target, but greater than or equal to the calls times 0.9, right? We want that to be yellow. But again, let's take off these money signs before the numbers so they're not locked in. And format, yellow, okay, and okay. Oh, uh-oh. See how this is screwed up down here? This may happen to you guys. So what we want to do is we want to go up to conditional formatting, manage rules, and let's bump the yellow to the bottom so it prioritizes it properly. Click OK, and then now we have it the way we want. Okay, so we're good to go. That's how you do that example. And just to show you guys again what that looks like, you can go into manage rules. Here are the formulas that we used. Okay. Now, example number 2. Pretty simple, straightforward. If it's greater than 100, you want the cells to be green, less than 100, red. So, highlight the columns we want, the cells rather that we want to conditional format. Go up to the conditional formatting tool. This one, we don't have to enter any formulas, we just simply do the highlight cells rules and then greater than, type in 100, and we want that to be green. Click, oh, and by the way, you can do a custom format if you want it to be like the same color green over here. Okay, and click OK, and notice it's changing down there. And we also want less than 100 to be red, so for here 100 less than red. Okay, and boom, there you have it. Example number 3 now. So moving on to number 3, we want the calls that are above average, above the average here of the group, to be green. Anything below the average of the group to be red. So we will do that down here. And again, there's a nice tool already in here available to use. So anything that is above average, we're going to go to top/bottom rules, above average, green, okay, and everything's still highlighted, so we're going to continue adding the rule for below average. So below average is in the same menu here, very last option, select below average, and we want that to be red. And there you have it. And now the last example, so example number 4. So let's say we want to highlight the entire row green if calls are greater than 100. So to do that, we're going to highlight the entire data set here. Then we're going to go to the conditional formatting tool, new rule, use a formula, okay, and then we're going to select the calls. So if the calls are greater than 100, again, before we format, let's get rid of this money sign. We will select green. Sorry, here, whoops. Okay, that's good. Green is good. Okay. And select OK. And there you have it. That is the basics of how to use the conditional formatting tool in Excel. Thanks for watching, guys.